Good, should have all messages out. Had started in 4 minutes. That's not a great way to start, but we're gonna have them sometime further on. This is gonna be a long run. So, this is gonna be a long run. We might need to go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh god, I didn't practice the motion controls on the stupid stool at all. This is gonna be a nightmare. I forgot how bad that stool is.
No going back now. What should I do?
Okay, expect a lot of cutscenes. There is. Not a lot of cutscenes.
Yeah. I'll... Huh? What?
Alright, into the tutorial. Gonna be pretty. I don't know if I want to say slower. There's going to be more stuff we're doing at the beginning half, but it's gonna be longer. Like each chapter is gonna be really long, because it's doing more stuff on top of a bunch of cutscenes. Then we'll get into the later half where there's less stuff you're doing, still a bunch of cutscenes. But all the individual chapters end up being shorter. Oh, did not mean to look at that.
Oh, come. What? Nah. Are you?
Now we got a bunch of cutscenes we just sit through for a bit. We got a couple minutes. How's everyone doing? How's it going? Finally got around to running this entire game. I meant to learn it like a year or two ago when it first came out, and I played through Two Memories casually. Then other stuff got in the way, but we're finally doing it. That's exciting.
One day. What? Oh.
I did have the right idea of like, oh, I could run this on Switch, then switch to see the load differences.
I received a package of.
But the boards for this game allow a turbo controller, and my Switch turbo controller does not appear to work on the Switch 2. The Switch turbo controller I bought like a month ago. So that's kind of a bummer. That's kind of a real bummer. It means I need to buy another controller. I don't even know if there are any Switch 2 compatible controllers with turbo functions yet. So we won't get any load benefits. We'll just have to, get world record the old-fashioned way
Not
by
sorry.
playing well.
I see.
I actually quite like this controller. It's fairly like nice ergonomically. It's also got
Whatever. And
the shoulder
I
buttons. They're really clicky. I don't know how to program them though, because I think you have to use the same button for saying turbo, and I'm gonna have to look up like a tutorial somewhere because I didn't figure out.
you're
Have to accidentally turboing things.
Was it?
rich. I do. What? What?
Some of these spots are probably gonna be really messy because like I learned this game over the course of a month, just learning like one episode at a time here and there. So, uh, some of the episodes I haven't touched in quite a while, and I'm probably gonna mess things up. Like the bench or stool thing here, I'm probably gonna do horrendous at the motion controls because motion controls suck to begin with. They're probably gonna suck even more.
Just my dad. I thought. It, nope.
No, they, but
What? How was?
no, even
What?
how did
Wait. I, oh, cool. What did? Huh? Is it? Is the? Oh,
it?
huh? See you.
And finally, gameplay.
Don't. Now.
Alright, awful stool puzzle coming up. I'm tempted to just reset it immediately, but do I try going for it without the reset fix? How weird it is. Yep. Oh, I actually got it, I think. If you saw a hand cam of how I was turning my hands that way, I think my wrists had like
What's
flipped
this
all the way around. What do you mean it can't be used here? What do you mean it couldn't be used there? But then I can use it right after I go out of the menu and back in? Hello, game? Game? That's criminal. That is not okay.
Jessica must be up.
Can't do that to me like that, game. I wish I could use Turbo for the DS version of this game. I think the DS version is better and a more interesting speedrun. But there's just no way for Turbo to work, and it's so rough on the hand. You need to tap as fast as possible, which is kind of rough on the wrist, and then you're like mashing while tapping at the same time in other places because it lets you get like double the inputs to go through dialogue faster. That game, anytime I ran it, I couldn't do more than one run at a time. My hands were so sore after. I wonder if you can squeeze through those two crates. I've never tried. Maybe should. For a second I thought my mic was muted. I am good though. That was the sound testing. You hear random noises from me sometimes. I am just trying to see if my audio is running or not. Ooh, we're caught up to the tutorial. Thank you, tutorial. Actually, there's a way to disable that. Oh, I don't want to go that way. There we go.
No.
Alright, ghost time. It's Casper.
So,
Everyone's favorite.
hey,
Casper D. Ghost. Is that a One Piece character yet? I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
you. Oh, all. Don't.
Yeah, so I haven't talked about my plans for my stream schedule stuff. I'm planning to stream a lot more on my days off, as long as I don't have other plans. My aim is to, in the mornings, do casual playthroughs, so like tomorrow morning we'll be playing some 1000X Resist again. And then in the evenings do speedrun stuff. That's my current plans. Like today I would have, I guess, done 1000X Resist, but I was learning the last bit of this game, and then I also had to go out and pick up my Switch 2 pre-order and some other stuff, so that ended up having the morning portion cut off. But like, hopefully I'll either get the morning or the evening in. I want to get at least one of the two, depending on when I stream, if not both halves in, with just like a dinner break in between. That's the current plans. I really do want to stream more consistently more often. Outside of my days off, I'm going to try to stream in the evenings when I can, though. I'll also be using that time to like learn new speedruns off stream and stuff. So, can't guarantee there'll be streams. I'll try to sneak some in here and there. Probably like random indie stuff. Or like games I learned that end up being really short. This is actually a pretty good pace so far. I have to be careful here because I can accidentally talk to D again after this cutscene and go through an extra cutscene I don't need. I can do it multiple times in a row. I have to make sure I stop mashing at a certain point. Once this like scene transitions to me where I can interact with the door.
What? Because that. That where? Oh, can I? She. Yeah.
Okay. Here. Yeah. I want to talk to him. If I messed up, I pulled left first. Yeah. I messed up. Let me back in. Wait. Wait, what? Wait. Okay. I don't know why I got confused. I thought I had done that. I'm so confused because I just went muscle memory both times, and the first time I somehow
Jessica's gotta be
inverted.
somewhere
I
inside.
don't know how. Okay, that was almost good except for me messing that up. 1930 is like... That's fairly good. Not really. That should have been like a 1907 or 1910 or something. Messing that up and then like getting confused from it is goofy. That shouldn't happen. This is fine. Now we get into some of the like actual puzzle stuff going on.
I get but
You wanna look at the vase? Let me look at this. I tried to angle away from the vase to not accidentally look at it. But alas, holding the interact button to interact as fast as possible will do that to you.
there's did I a pe oh oh
Fuck. The controls for this game are really surprisingly clunky, especially the camera control. I have the settings so low because if you don't, it goes like super slow for a second, then just like shoots you off like a rocket. So it's really hard to aim where you're looking. Because it doesn't, when you up the sensitivity, it doesn't just up the sensitivity of the camera as a whole, it ups the sensitivity after you've been holding it for a second. So it's still really slow for the first second, and then you go.
oh
It's frustrating because you need to like look at things in certain ways to interact with them sometimes. I know I took my finger off of the run button. That was silly. I sure did that, so.
help you what I yeah it huh, is
Okay, well, that one was okay. Onwards to more cutscene. Bad minute. I should pick up the key first, so it's like one less movement I need to do.
Oh,
They're picking up the lighter. We'll put it above the lighter on the menu then. That would be optimal.
I got.
Also, if anyone is wondering why I'm on the opposite side of the screen today, so not blocking that loading screen thing. I'm trying to be more cognizant of where it appears on the screen so I can avoid putting my model over it. Make it easier on like moderators and stuff. Please look at it. Thank you.
Who's
You.
this? Well, he votes. Oh, if they let.
Right, as you can guess, our puzzle is to find plates. Found one. And we saw one earlier. We'll grab that one in a second.
Did you? What is? What?
All these important flashbacks.
So. It's a. And
Don't look
yeah.
at that because it's slow. Right. That's 2 plates down, 1 to go.
Right. Who? Yeah, this.
Right there, it'd be nicer for the camera to turn faster, but like everywhere else, it's worse, so. I'd rather lose a small amount of time on a few camera turns than just have the camera be inoperable.
Hey.
Here's our last one.
Oh. Wow.
I'm trying to remember which one's the small, which is the large. Bad menuing. Fine though, it's fine. What matters is we didn't mess up and put one on the spot. That would be a disaster.
How about this?
13, 4, 9, 20.
Hey.
13, 4, 9, 20.
Hmm.
13. 4. It tells me this is that RNG. That was different from my usual RNG though. Usually it's 17 to 9, 20.
Well.
It's definitely worse RNG because of those. It's a lot longer to get to 14.
What?
And then back to 3 instead of 2. I always have it the other way. I wonder what made it change. It's like consistently always been. I wonder if it updates only once per like time you beat the games. If you're doing ILs, it doesn't update because you're not completing the game. Oh yeah, no, that would make sense because I'm just loading the same load, so of course it's always gonna be the same. That makes sense. That's interesting though, so you can like kind of scam RNG a bit. Didn't want to look at this again. That's the problem with holding A.
Hey.
Oh no, that means I'm gonna have to brute force the stupid coin puzzle. Oh no. The coin puzzle is the absolute worst. At least I'm realizing now ahead of time that I'm gonna have to brute force it. At least I know it's like 3 specific coins are always right. It's just the order they're in, I believe. Means huge time save if I get it first try. Runs. Well, that makes the game kind of awful to run if you reset like an hour in every time to that. That could be really annoying. Don't know how I feel about that.
This. What? I don't. I'm that.
Off to Franny's room.
Yeah, maybe.
I think at least the book puzzle is always the same, which is huge because that's like, I think it is. If it's not, that's going to be a nightmare. I hope the book puzzle is always the same.
This.
Why is the coins like the only one that the coins in the Dave, why are those the only randomized? Does seem kind of.
I wonder why the minute the ant was. It's. What's. D. And a key.
I think I maybe could have skipped that last mini cutscene if I didn't accidentally interact with it. I'm not actually sure. Key time though. We're almost done this chapter. We're on the last puzzle now. It doesn't feel like it's only been 35 minutes. It feels like not a lot has happened. Like, that's one of the things about games with like a lot of cutscenes like this is they're pretty chill. Like, time goes by and you almost don't notice it. Like compared to like doing homecoming runs where like I can't stop for a second. It's just like input, 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 input. I'm like, I'm holding A and I'm watching a cutscene for 3 minutes and it's all chill.
Did this? Yeah. Will you? Huh?
Running the wrong way. It's time lost for no reason. Run where I really don't want to be losing time because I don't want to have to do like other like I don't want to do that many runs of this because of how long it is. Not too soon. Overlay immediately. No, I can't. Cool. As I had to interact with it first, but I do not. Nice. That took some time.
You.
And that's pretty much the end of the chapter. You have like one more thing to interact with and a couple cutscenes to power through. The next chapter is like the hardest. And the longest. That's fun. Has the biggest time loss RNG variable.
Is
There's a very long black screen. There's a very long black screen. That's okay though.
Ashley.
Ah, it's fake dad. Hey,
Ashley.
fake dad.
I've been.
There's so much I've always wished I could tell.
This chapter has a lot of cutscene text to match at the very beginning and very end of it.
I've got to.
I don't know what to say. Just. Ashley.
I didn't practice the chapter after
This
this
is so weird when he
in
hugged.
about 2 weeks. Or at least a week. It's been a while, so I'm a bit worried I'm not gonna do it well at all. I'm like, do I even remember it? I've got my notes here.
I would. Then when.
You will see.
Well, I'm.
Okay, I'm.
But. Good.
Okay. Oh.
What? This. Okay. Oh. Wait.
It.
In.
That.
Yep.
I sat through like over 2 minutes of cutscenes and it's still going.
And
it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes.
Once.
It.
No.
The.
It.
Dad. Oh, I've. Then.
You should not.
Deal. Oh.
Good.
Alright, actually into the chapter proper now. Well, in a moment.
Yeah. No. But. Dad. Will. It's. Is. Let. It. But. This.
Alright.
Did I-
The only like first person section of the game and running doesn't work, so we're gonna go real slow. Whole areas of puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting stuck a lot. Trying to be too close to the walls. I guess just trying to cut the corners too tightly. Punish for it. Not terrible though.
Oh, no. Come.
Look how big those holes are. Like, there's no way I should be able to shove a bookshelf on top of that hole and it not just fall all the way through. And yet, we've got ourselves a bridge.
Oh.
Let's hopefully not mess up the book puzzle. That would be very, very unfortunate.
And
Seven. 4. Okay, did not mess that puzzle up. We're good. I don't have memorized the order they're supposed to be in. I just have memorized like the inputs. So if I mess it up, I don't know how to fix it because I don't know the actual outcome. Right. This is the coin puzzle. This is the puzzle that you pretty much have to brute force. I think. You're supposed to like weigh coins to figure out what symbol they correspond with.
according to the that did
And the weight changes. It takes a lot of time to weigh them all out.
Huh.
Talk to him now. Fireplace. We have our coins here. To my knowledge, it's always new moon, full moon, and waxing or waning gibbous moon. which helps. But yeah, you see the symbol at the top of that weight thing that turns.
Hey. Huh. What? Yeah.
This is another motion control puzzle, but this one's not so bad. Speed up. Was it shown? And they always show the same pattern, which is unfortunate. So I can't use, like, if that was what changed, I could use that to figure out the weight for the puzzle. It wouldn't be like brute forcing it, but yeah, I'm just gonna put them in the order. And pray. We got it. We got the good RNG. All right. Easiest brute force of my life. Let's go. Love to see it. Because yeah, it's always those 3 coins where it like randomizes which is which. So the fact that it evened out to the correct options lined up with the first options in the menu. That's sick. That's awesome. This is a run. Let's go.
No. Ashley.
Oop. One. That was slow. That was not as bad. The first one wasn't great though. Got our second DAS piece, and we're almost done with this chapter. There's one more puzzle after. We got really lucky with the worst puzzle, just giving us perfect RNG, so hopefully that means the rest of the run's gonna be good.
Now we have that. Let. Just.
I somehow missed the door. Whoops. Now that I've got perfect RNG on that stupid coin puzzle though, I'm going to need to reset on it every time if I want a PB pretty much. So that's a little brutal. That's unfortunate. I don't know how many runs this I'm going to be doing. I'm basically just going to run until I get world record. I wanted to learn this before it came out, and once I came out I realized it's not the greatest speedrun, but I still wanted to learn it, so I have done so. I've done what I set out to achieve.
family used.
Wait, I was holding A. Why was that not skipping? Huh?
Huh? Is that? Oh.
Ba-da-da-da.
And was.
Last puzzle of the chapter. Got this little stereo puzzle thing. In the first game, this puzzle was like what you did right before you met fake dad for the first time.
Oh, no. Huh? Can you? Oh. I. It. Can I?
There's our last piece of the DAS.
Let.
Alright, now we have like 3-4 minutes of cutscenes, and then we're back at it. We get to chill for a bit. Drink some water, hydrate. All that fun stuff. And then we're gonna start getting into the shorter chapters.
No, more.
4 might be the shortest. It's 4 or 5 is the shortest.
Sure.
It's 5 that's the shortest.
Let's.
Where's the second shortest?
I.
Oh, but
Just. That.
I,
So.
it.
Uh. Her.
Come on.
When.
I thought about
It.
like running this game with the turbo controller. It's my first time ever using a turbo controller.
What?
It's nice. I'm not gonna lie. Games that have a lot of text mashing, definitely, I think they should allow like turbo. This has helped my hand so much. I wish
Can you?
I guess it wouldn't really work because there's no like controller usage for like detention, but detention's another one. My hands are always really sore from how much I have to mash in the beginning, and then like in the later portions, when you get to large mashing points, that makes it hard to like do a bunch of runs back to back. Like turbo controllers are actually just so nice for the hand. They help so much, especially for like speedrunning and keeping your hands going. Which I know when I was younger, I was like kind of against turbo controllers, but I think that's, you grow up in the culture where it's like North America didn't really have turbo controllers, and all the gamers are like, yeah, it's cheating, and it's like for some speedruns too that are like text heavy like this, where there's only so much to puzzles. There's not a lot of room for skill expression, so how fast you could mash was like considered part of the skill expression. But now it's like, I think I no longer agree with that like I used to when I was younger. I think it gatekeeps people more. I think it's just bad on people's hands. I think it's just long term not good for you to run those kinds of games without turbo. It does depend though too. Like this is just every dialogue you want to mash as fast as possible. At least with games like Life is Strange, you only need to mash when the like option for dialogue is coming up, and if you know the dialogue, you can wait till like a second before and start mashing, so you're not mashing straight through all of the dialogue for like the 4 hours.
Here they are.
I think it's still pretty rough, especially if you're doing a full game run over 4 hours. I think that one's like not as bad as this, but I'd still, if someone asked me today if I thought we should allow turbo controllers, I'd say yes. Ooh, I did not want to save. Also split late there. That's the other problem with holding with turbo controllers. You hold A and it puts you in a menu you don't want. Chapter 4 though. The one I didn't practice at all and haven't touched in a couple weeks, and I'm like, where am I going? Ugh. Getting caught and stuff is what I'm doing.
Oh, this. Oh, deep guess. I did. You maybe I would have worked. Oh,
Alright, that's, I come back to that door. Please look at this. Thankfully, I don't need to really remember what to do here because it's fairly simple. I'm stuck. Maybe I did need to remember to do that. At least remember which direction to turn.
Come on. I'll be.
Oh. It looked like I clicked into a stairs for a second. It's weird. Alright, we're almost done this. We've got some dialogue here, then I have to grab a key and go downstairs. As I said, this is a much faster chapter.
Oh, the next. But I and he. But
Hey, it's you when you were alive.
Thomas, why?
So I it was. Yeah, I'm. So that. D? Yeah.
Hydrate. Hydrate. Got like half an hour left to go. Hydration's important.
D.
There's so much stuff to get stuck on. Wow.
What's I really no. Is now.
Alright. And that's chapter 4. It's only about 8 minutes compared to the rest. This is chapter 5. It's even shorter. A chunk of dialogue here, though.
But I'm. Are you? No. You
You try.
you I had I
So much dialogue to get through.
just that he yeah did not yeah so I it's I it's that why would I mean they I he's he what it oh can't what but no, yeah you yeah I'm I where
Here we go.
no Ash you're yeah
Do not want to interact with that. Held A too long. Okay, can I immediately go into the interaction here, or do I have to think, okay, I do have to interact with it first.
yeah
At least that one. Huge send. Oops. Trying to combine the wrong two keys is a big waste, though. That was, right.
what's
I remember which one to turn. There we go. Like I've been faster. I didn't remember which button turned which one, so I had to stop and compute that in my brain for a sec. I just mashed them both. Be that much faster.
Check. Oh,
I'm not saving the time I could here. I'm for it. Wait, what? Why did you interact with that? It was clearly saying passage. Oh my god. Okay, well now we just lost a bunch of time. That was really goofy.
I did. It's
Well, there's time to save here in the future.
right.
It took me like 25, 30 seconds longer than it should have. That's not ideal. Not if I want to try to get world record. Need these splits to go well.
No, what? 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 That. It'll even.
Hey, it's real dad.
Who? How? I.
I'm.
What? I. So.
Oh, it.
What do you?
The. We.
Oh, I'll.
Thank.
Maybe.
Oh wait, do I have to? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I?
Yes, Ashley. Okay.
Good. Yeah. Well.
bottom left is
Ah.
okay. Did not mess up the puzzle.
No.
Instructions were clear. Thank goodness.
You. You. There.
Huh?
I kind of have to go to a washroom. I need to finish this run fast. The real motivator. Drinking too much water.
Dad! Could
Bill.
I come? I
Wait.
no.
He. Do. He. Bill. I've got.
Wait. Um. Dad.
Oh. Yeah, we're pretty much in just like cutscenes to the end at this point.
Dad.
With a few like interact with certain things. We're past the last big puzzle, which was that like techno card thing. The control panel.
Bill. My.
What? It's I
Bill. What?
This is also where D becomes largely irrelevant plot-wise until like one moment in the last episode.
Bill. You.
It kind of has for a bit now.
No, that's
Dad. Your. You.
Ash.
Your.
It. Ash. Is
What?
You. You.
Yeah, I should run this in a different language. So this is like the only point where there's text scroll, and I'm like, if I run this in a different language, I bet I'll save a few seconds, because it's so slow there. I love the soundtrack to this game. It's so good. I like do 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 do. I can't. A little bit going there.
You.
So good. It's such a like of its time because I think this is the original from the DS or like heavily based off it. It feels like an early 2000s soundtrack, not like a modern soundtrack. I like that a lot. Cool. It's very like low key. Like there's not a ton of stuff going on because it's for DS, right? You've got like a bit more stuff going on, but it's like, and it's got those synths that are like do 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 do, like the water level synths. You know what I mean? Love water level soundtracks.
Look.
Always the best.
I, that's. The,
Dad.
Ash.
Dad.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Accidentally spoke again. Fine. I have to finish this level, but quickly let me take a selfie. Have to be very careful here.
All right.
Hit restore and not hit play. Yeah, like that piano line there I like so much. It's so good. Yeah, we're kind of close. Need this level to end soon. I forget how much dialogue and cutscenes there are here. There's a bit.
Yeah.
The last aisle is about 11 minutes long, so got like 5 minutes to work with right now that's bleeding away.
don't.
Dad? Oh,
It's.
What have you done? Okay. If it's 11 minutes, we can still make it work.
It's
Dad.
you.
No, I don't.
I definitely like this escape sequence more on the DS. I think a lot more interesting and fun when you're like self-destructing the whole building and there's like the gang of you running out and down the stairs and you have to like make your way through like a whole puzzle of mines.
We.
Then-
It.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I.
That. Those.
I love the way the cutoff like echoes because it sounds so goofy.
I'll.
Oh, what the what vibrate? Memory.
I've. Yeah.
Please go faster. I've got to pee. I must leave. I must finish.
Thomas, why?
Yeah. It was. I was.
Thank.
What?
When
You. You. I, I,
Was.
Started blasting.
I can't. You. Tell me.
This is also the only place where they still use the like deduction system. The first game, like every chapter, you had to deduce and figure stuff out based on what you saw through and get right to progress the game. And then in this one, it's only at the end. Right? It's just who killed Jessica. Jessica killed her.
That
I. Shh. I. From. That. We. Let. You. I.
Let's go D. Show 'em D's nuts. He did it to him. Look at it with like the macho pose with the balled up hands slightly spread out. Like damn,
Dad.
really showed him the nuts.
Dad. Are you
I.
I kind of don't like how much D pushes him there. I like in the original more. He's like backing away as if like he's saying I'm gonna shoot, but he doesn't want to,
What
and then he like slips and falls. I think it adds more nuance to his character than just him kind of being like, "Nah, I'm gonna fucking shoot you." Smiles, gets ghosted.
Okay. You.
Oh.
I'm.
I'm counting down. It's like all cuts. Oh no, don't get stuck. It's like all cutscene from here to the end. There's like a tiny bit of interaction.
I not I, I that I the oh,
Back this way we go again. Woo.
there's
And here's the twist.
is
Bill was actually Franny's son all
Like-
along. The only person who like made it out of this place alive.
Ashley.
Their child came back and died. In the same way.
I
In the same way
I.
just
as the kid of the
That.
man who was murdered here by his
Let. There's.
grandfather or something. There's like a whole thing that and In the end game. Almost over. I don't know how long this actually takes, so I have no idea what this time is going to be. I think that was good enough. I think we're going to get a world record, but I'm not sure. Because there's like a decent amount of cutscene here, and then there's... Oh, fuck, I hit autoplay. Wasted time. So there's like 2 dialogue sessions after this one, but this one's like really slow and has a bunch of like cutscenes and waiting and viewing scenery like this. It takes a while. I don't think we got sub 145 at least. Sadly. That would have been cool. It's Captain! Woo! Off in style.
Thanks.
And I was you.
I even.
Gotta say goodbye to D. Few skips here. Actually, we might still get sub 145. This is just like 3 cutscene skips. I don't know how fast they load. And then like 1 short dialogue with Captain. Maybe. He's moved on. Skip this cutscene. Alright. We did get sub 145. Look at that. In-game time doesn't really matter, but it would be 143.47. But yeah, that is another code recollection, 2 memories, and that is world record. It feels a bit anticlimactic to stream a game like this where I've practiced off stream the aisles and stuff and gotten like world record in every aisle, so like the chance of this happening in one run was high. But I also realized this isn't the most entertaining stream game because it's a lot of sitting through cutscenes and not a lot of much else, so I figure it's still probably best to do it this way. It automatically goes into the next game because this remake has both 2 memories and I forget the other one, but the Wii game, which I never had. So this is now the Wii game that starts. There's a category for playing both of them all the way through, and then there's a category for playing just the Wii game. This was just the DS game. I've never played the Wii game, and I haven't played the remake of it yet, so I don't want to like... I'm gonna come and play it casually at some point. Is my goal. But whenever I get around to that is gonna be sometime. It's on the casual game list. I don't know that I'm gonna run it though because I think it's quite a bit longer. Yeah, Journey into Lost Memories is like 3 hours long, whereas this one's like
Dad and I left Blood Edward
slightly
Island
over
together.
1 and 45.
2 years have passed since then.
That one is 3 hours, which is quite a bit longer. Hey, time skip.
I had
This
just
would be
turned
the same
14
next.
at the time.
But yeah,
I was so happy to get to live with Dad.
that is gonna be it for this game. I'm gonna run to washroom.
But it didn't turn out to be so simple.
And then I think I might do just some for fun homecoming runs because I don't really have anything else planned right now. So I'm gonna run to washroom and then I'll be back and we'll do some of that for a short bit.